Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to On Cash Flow, where I help you become a master of your own cash flow. Now let's get started. Do you want to earn over $100 per hour? Do you want returns on your investments of over 10% with zero risk? Of course you do. And that's why you need to pursue bank bonuses like I do. So I'm going to jump right into it and tell you how I personally pursue bank bonuses as my side hustle that easily earns me over $100 per hour, that easily earns me over 10, 20, 30% returns on my investment with zero risk. So step one is to find a good bank bonus. And the website that I love using for this is known as Doctor of Credit. Okay, so on that website, they always post some of the best bank bonuses that are going to be offered. And they're continually updating them, telling you what the requirements and all that stuff. It makes it super easy. I'm just going to run through actually one real life example here. So right here on their website, you can see that the example is at Wells Fargo. At Wells Fargo Bank, they are offering a bank bonus. So this is one that I'm going to use throughout the video. And by the way, this is only one side hustle that I pursue, okay? So this only takes me maybe an hour or two per week. There are plenty of other small side hustles that I pursue in order to make some easy money. And I have another video on that I want to share with you at the end of this video. But getting back to the bank bonus, step two is to read and understand the requirements. Okay, you really do have to dig in there because sometimes these banks can throw in some sneaky little stuff there that makes it where you don't get the bonus after all this, hour of work that you put in. And thankfully, Doctor of Credit website, they always have a full post explaining everything for you. They literally hold your hand and walk you through the process of getting this bank bonus. So let's look at the example that I just mentioned with Wells Fargo that's posted on there right now. The example is they require a $1,000 direct deposit within 90 days of opening your account, and your bonus is going to be $300. I find that most bonuses for banks, they're either going to require direct deposit. That's probably the most common. Sometimes they just require that you transfer money into the account. That's more common with like savings accounts. Some of them are going to require that you use their debit card, like if you open a checking account, like you have to make, let's say, 5 debit transactions or 10 debit transactions within a certain amount of time. And there could be some other requirements that they have as well, but those are probably the 3 most common, with direct deposit being the most common in my experience. Now, step 3 is after you've read the requirements, you need to make sure like 100% that you meet their requirements. You can read the requirements, but if you're not able to meet them, then you ain't gonna get the bonus. Are you really gonna be able to direct deposit, let's say $1,000, direct deposit $5,000 or whatever it may be? Well, I do have a secret little tip for you here, like a little hint. You don't actually need to have direct deposit. I don't have direct deposit and I get plenty of bonuses. Here's the secret here. On the Doctor of Credit website, they have a updated article or updated page where they go through what counts as a direct deposit at certain banks. So you can see on that page, for example, you can go to Wells Fargo on that page and you can see what other people have said works for them as direct deposit. Sometimes you can transfer money from a certain bank and it'll code as a direct deposit with the other bank. So in this case with Wells Fargo, you can see what did and did not work. And that usually applies to pretty much every bank that is on there. Every bank bonus, there is going to be some kind of way that you can make it think that you got a direct deposit. After you figure out that you do meet the requirements, step 4 is to hit the like button on this video. I bet you didn't see that one coming. Now you probably did if you've ever watched one of my videos. Please make sure you hit the like button if you're enjoying this video so far. It does help me out and I really do appreciate that. But let's get on to the actual number 4. The actual step number 4 is to take a good look and make sure there's no gotchas or any other fees that are going to eat away from your ROI, that are going to eat away from your bonus. So take a look at those fees, take a look at those little gotchas that they have down there. Luckily for us, on the full post that Doctor of Credit has, they're going to show you if there's any monthly fees or any early termination fees. You want to make sure that for the most part, you're going to be avoiding monthly fees and you're going to be avoiding that early closure fee that some banks have. What I find is that most of the big banks, they do have monthly fees of like $5, $10, $12 if you don't have a certain balance that you maintain in there. So you might have to maintain a certain balance in that account for X amount of months while you're waiting for your bonus. For early termination fees, what I find is some of them say that you cannot close your account within 6 months or else you have to forfeit the bonus. Some of them even say 12 months. If that is true, sometimes it makes it not so much worth it because if you can't close the account without forfeiting your bonus, then you could possibly be losing your bonus for all that work that you put in. So make sure you read those requirements. And then step 5 is the most fun step, in my opinion, and that is to calculate how much you're actually going to get out of this. What is your ROI? But really quick, I want to know from you in the comments below. What is your experience with bank bonuses? Do you go after bank bonuses as a side hustle? Have you ever gone after a bank bonus in the past? Please let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to discuss it with you. But going back to step number 5, let's go ahead and calculate what our ROI is going to be. You're simply going to take how much of the bonus you're going to get and divide that by how much money that you have to use in order to get that bonus. So going back to our Wells Fargo example, if the bonus is $300 and you only have to direct deposit $1,000 into the account, we can take $300, divide it by $1,000, and we're going to see that that is a 30% return on your investment, a 30% ROI. And we know that with bank accounts, with checking accounts and savings accounts, there is practically zero risk. They're all FDIC insured. However, there's another catch here. That ROI amount assumes that you leave your $1,000 in the account for the entire year. Often you can get bank bonuses much faster than in one entire year. Sometimes you do have to wait an entire year, that is true, but sometimes you only have to wait 6 months. In that case, if you got your $1,000 plus your $300 out of the account within 6 months, then technically you're gonna double that ROI in order to annualize it. So your annual ROI is actually going to be 60%. You deposit $1,000, you get the $300, and then within 6 months later, you take all that money out and close the account. That is a 60% annualized ROI because you take that 30%, multiply it by 2 because it only took you half of the year. Where the heck else are you gonna get that? Now, of course, it's only on $1,000, but still, it's kind of fun to look at these numbers like this. Bank bonuses are really fun for me because I like to track everything in spreadsheets. So I easily make over $200. I think this year is going to be easily over $300 averaged out per month from just bank bonuses. But I do have some other small side hustles that require very little effort for very high rewards that I do pursue. And I want to share those with you as well. That's why I made another video that displays some of my other side hustles that I make a few extra bucks with very little effort. And I want you to watch that video next if you haven't already. It's going to pop up on the screen right after I get off the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Zach from OnCashflow.com, and I hope to see you next time.